Good morning, friends. This is Gautham Kolluri from CIP Study Abroad. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and previously worked at Conestoga College and Mohawk College as the International Students Recruitment Officer. Welcome to our live QA session, stream to our social media channels. I haven't done, live sessions for a couple of months because most of the cases are immigration cases. There's some personal information. Wouldn't want to share this discussions, but again, recently there's been many updates from IRCC, and just wanted to go through this new updates. We have the category-based draws, and a lot of people have been. A couple of things I wanted to. There are many YouTubers and Instagrammers and making videos. So I just wanted to clarify a couple of things. So, what has changed? IRCC has announced changes to the category based targeted draws. So now previously we had five, this year we also have, but transport category has been removed and the new category education has been added. So there are five occupations in this education: elementary and secondary school teachers, kindergarten teachers, assistants, and also instructors of persons with disabilities. So I see a lot of people advertising that you can directly get your PR from India. Just want to, heads up, guys. It's not as easy as what you see in the social media, especially for guys who are in not in Canada, overseas, because you need a very high CRS score. There are many international graduates already with Canadian work experience working as educators and assistants. So for you to compete with people who already have Canadian education, they have 15 to 30 points in the CRS higher than you because they completed their Canadian diploma or a master's. And they also have Canadian work experience that adds additional points. So if you are overseas and if you are thinking, today's a person sent me a video. So there was an Instagram video where there are people, these agencies in India, in other countries who are not licensed, they are not even RCICs or immigration lawyers, but they still are promoting this, saying, get direct PR. If you are a teacher now, you can get direct PR from India, from other countries directly to Canada. But again, yes, it might be in theory possible. Why? Because there are many people who especially who is it possible for? Might be possible for people who are under 30, who are not losing points for their age, have masters in teaching and work experience, and have top IELTS, excellent IELTS score. If you have 8777 masters under 38, you'll be probably around 470, 480. Then you will have a good chance because this category, they might be, if you look into the previous draws, category based draws, there's hardly like two draws a year on different categories. We have five categories, French, and then we have CEC as well. So if IRCC does a category based draw every month for a year, we are hardly looking about two category based draws. So the scores will be pretty much high. Why? Because these draws might be smaller draws. And also, there are many people, many international graduates who are already in Canada with valid work experience. And, and it will be, if you are outside of Canada, if you're thinking about direct PR as an educate in this category, education category, it will be tough. So please don't rush in, don't pay money. There are so many people who pay agencies in India. I think we have this, all this Abhishek agency or some Doppeluntas or some Z-Axis, all these agencies which trap people, click and bait. They put these videos, advertisements, people don't realize. They come and pay like 1 lakh rupees or 50,000 rupees to start the process. And later on, you might be disappointed because your score will be pretty much low to compete with people who are already here in Canada, right? So be careful with that. And there's another thing which we discussed as well, work experience. I think Mahendra is here. Mahendra, good morning, Mahendra.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So, guys, if you, there's a lot of people are trying to, uh, many things have changed in express entry after the category based draws because the general pool has become very limited, the CRS score has went very high. So what people are trying to do is, and also people, it was not really a big issue when people previously, the scores were low, and even without overseas work experience, if they had good English and Canadian work experience, they could get to 470, 480, and were getting permanent residency. But now, because the scores were 500 plus, it is difficult to get. If you do not have foreign work experience, it is difficult. So a lot of people are trying to add foreign work experience, which was previously not mentioned during their study permit application. So let me just share you here. This is a procedural fairness letter of an applicant. It's just last month, this dated 11 December 2024, last year, a couple of months ago. So the person, what he did was, unfortunately, it was refused. This is a procedural fairness letter first he received. He created two express entry profiles, and in both the profiles, he did not indicate his work experience in India, foreign work experience. Further, this foreign work experience was also not included during the study permit in the study permit application. So IRCC sent a procedural fairness letter asking the applicant for a clarification as to why this foreign work experience was not indicated in the previous study permit application, was not indicated in the previous express entry profile. So if you have, that's what I did a couple of reels and also explained. Anil, ne video on and Anil. Okay, so here, if you're looking at, right, so sorry, there was somebody out there. So very important again, if you are looking at, uh, you know, indicating work experience which was not, then it might have been misrepresentation. So you will have to be very careful. Okay, so make sure that you properly use the work experience. So previously people didn't know, and now they are trying to add. So this guy unfortunately had a procedural fairness letter, and IRCC could not explain why it was not. So on January, he received a refusal stating that. So this was just 7th of January. Okay. This was 7th of January, and IRCC mentioned, refused his express entry, saying that you claimed here, you in your express entry profile, you indicated that you have accumulated 1 full year of work experience, which combined with your language proficiency and Canadian work experience resulted in being awarded 38 CRS points under the skills transferability factor. However, given unresolved discrepancies in your employment history and insufficient documentation to substantiate this employment, I will not be including the declared foreign work experience. As such, your score decreased, and the PR application was refused. So, Mahendra, in your situation as well, remember, if you indicated in your study permit clearly, so when you go to the study permit application, previous study permit application, you are stating that you mentioned that you are working for your father, but again, these details have to be properly provided. So, if you look at your previous study permit application, there is an option: what is your current job, name of the employer, dates of employment. So, did you provide this information, Mahendra?
Hi, sir. So I have all the documents, sir. So if you permit me, I can share my screen and share the documents. I'm okay with sharing my documents in live. I'm good to go.
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead. Just the
Yes,
study permit part where you indicated the employment, that is the most
yes,
important.
yes, sir. So I'll be directly taking to that particular document. Just give me 1 second, sir. So I couldn't able to share my screen because the host disabled
Yeah,
my.
just let me just do it. Sometimes spammers just come in and start
Okay, just
sharing
1 second.
silly things. So it is on here. Start video. I have it here. That is the reason Anil was able to start. Share. I removed the start video option. Who clicked it and did it? That's interesting. Okay. Share docs also were removed. Hold on, please. Okay.
Yes, sir. No
So
problem.
share screen. Mahendran, yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Can you able to see my screen, sir?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So this is the document which I submitted while applying for study permit, sir.
Sorry. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah. So let's come to this employment.
Yes, sir. This is the one, sir. From 2016 to 2020-21, I mentioned as I supported my family business. So the company name is in my name actually.
Okay. So here, what you put in, this is your, yeah. So here, so in the employment supported in family business, Mahindra and Tech. So this is not clear information. You should clearly put the designation, right? So you
Yes, sir.
did indicate, and here it you provided the dates 08/2021 and 07/2006, but
Sir.
unfortunately, you have not provided the dates, clear information here. So might might have to clarify. So what do you think the position you in what was the position you worked in your family business?
So actually, sir, that we have to discuss. I need to have a clear conversation with you because, in the document, in the study permit, like in the explanation letter, I mentioned that I was working in my family business. So and
Job title.
there I
So
title.
how is IRCC assessing your work experience, points for your foreign work experience?
Yes, sir.
You will have to provide a job title and the job duties. If you
Yes,
are
sir.
unable, so if there are no job duties and also we don't know what is the job title, right? So it's going to be a bit of a tough scenario here because you have not clearly mentioned the details.
In the explanation part, I just made I gave some explanation, sir. I handled some all the bank transaction and financial related works.
Okay. So there is also a very detailed information is required here. Okay.
And also in
So
down, I just
if
submitted
you're
my
so
yes, sir.
yeah, Mahendra, I what is the foreign work experience? How will you get points? It has to be continuous 12 months in a
Yes,
primary
sir.
NOG, which you're claiming, and also the job has to be in tier 0, 1 to 3.
Yes, sir. I submitted the bank statement as well, for the 5 years, because I mentioned in my in the
Yeah,
statement
I understand all this bank is good, but again, the job title and the job duties, there is no clarity on that.
okay, sir.
Uh, Definitely, if IRCC is going to scan through your previous applications, they might question it. So again, you have mentioned this, but again, there is no clear job title. You mentioned in your application that you're helping your managing your family business, but again, no role. We'll
Yes, sir.
have to think about it, how to put in with the job duties.
Yes, sir.
Uh, if you are processing your PR application, let me delegate you a case manager and we can take it forward.
So I already have a case manager, sir. I have Sandeep, sir. I already
Sandeep,
signed all
let
the
me talk to
agreements, sir.
Sandeep and discuss this today. But again,
Yes,
you
sir.
have to be ready. If there is any clarification, additional documentation request, or anything from IRCC on this, even before, while we submit the application, we will clarify everything on this.
Okay, sir.
We'll provide a proper job. We'll discuss with you what are the job duties you perform. We'll get a reference letter. You'll have to get a reference letter from your father explaining all this. And
Yes, sir.
also the financials part, proof of remuneration, and we'll take it
I have
forward.
income tax as well, sir. For the 5 years,
I understand you already mentioned all this, so that's good. We can, but again, remember because you have not been clear,
yes, sir.
there will be a bit of confusion here.
Okay, sir.
There might be
Okay,
a
sir.
bit of confusion. Okay.
Okay, sir. But in this point, okay, sir. As you're in live, okay, we'll talk after something after this.
Sure.
Fine, sir.
Okay, Mahendran. Yeah, take care.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sure. Uh, yes, Suresh is here, and also I think Jaskirat and Akhil is here as well. Yeah. Yes, please.
Sir,
Sergey,
also
can
once
you
friends
подождите,
are
пожалуйста, минут 10, тогда я с вами могу, хорошо? Okay, Suresh, yes, please, Suresh.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Hello. Sir, can you hear me
Yes,
okay?
please, Suresh. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, I have recently got married on February 8th. So my
Your
current
voice
CRS
is
code
not
is
clear. Can you speak a little bit loudly, please?
Can you okay now, sir?
Yeah, better now.
Okay. So I'm recently married, sir, on February 8th, 2025. So my current CRS code is 504. So actually, I'm in a dilemma whether to get my wife on spousal work permit or to add her to the profile in PR. So if I add her, like my points are getting reduced.
So, this is something very important as well. So, recently there was a procedural fairness letter,
Yeah, I saw it in
right?
the Instagram
You
of yours.
saw it, right? So, IRCC is, uh, many people previously have received because it is very difficult to explain, clarify as to why your wife uh, has not, it's difficult to prove the misintentions here, but IRCC started doing it. And I think, on our Instagram, I did post a video on that where IRCC clearly asked the person uh, the situation as to
Yeah, why she's
why
not accompanying while you're
why
applying
she
for
has,
the
even though the person there. So IRCC asked for a travel history and all this information. So very tricky situation. If you have, so, from the ethical perspective, right? Suresh, so if you have any other scenarios which can justify why you are not including your wife, it makes sense if you have genuine reasons. But the whole reason, if you are thinking not to include your wife as accompanying just to get the benefit of lower CRS, going as unaccompanied or single applicant, then it is going to, you have a risk of misrepresentation. I've always warned clients that sooner or later IRCC will start a crackdown on this. They might have issues. So, uh, you know, just like what happened with LMIA, just like what started with this single or unaccompanying, and also recently IRCC also confirmed that remote work experience can also be added uh, and will be considered in express entry. But I'm very concerned because foreign work experience should be outside of Canada and not inside of Canada to claim points. So tricky situation, Suresh. If I was in your scenario, I would follow the law. I would go as single, even though the situation is, uh, you know, you are getting lowest points. So what is your CRS, Suresh?
currently 504, sir,
504 with accompanying or non-accompanying?
without accompanying.
Without accompanying. So it's a tough decision to discuss.
Okay.
It's basically, as I always say, katega sarap, right? Easy to give an advice, but again, as an RCIC, we follow the law. By law, you have to indicate your genuine scenario. And in the current situation, there's a huge risk to all the people who have included as non-accompanying and have previously included non-accompanying and are in the PR process. I I I expect to see many procedural fairness letters regarding this.
Okay. So let's say, what is the chances of getting her spousal work permit, sir? My work permit is expiring on September 2025.
So you will not be eligible, right, Suresh, because as per the new regulations, a spouse work permit, a PGWP holder should have at least 16 months of validity to apply for spousal work permit.
So is it to everyone or to a specific tier, sir?
For everybody, it's not just to specific. There are two. One, you should have a job in the qualifying tier, right? Tier 2 and 301. And you should also have a 16-month work permit.
Okay.
Okay. What recently we had one applicant who was on a PGWP, his score was getting low, then his wife came in as a study permit holder. And this person was able to extend his PGWP, change his status from postgraduate work permit holder to spouse open work permit holder. If you are just score, close to the score, if we have consistent draws, Suresh, it will go down, but we'll have to see the next 2 3 months what IRCC will do with the draws. So if we have 2 3 consistent big draws, the CRS score will definitely go down.
Okay, okay. But a 490 score, would that be a safe score?
If we have consistent draws, it might, because the points for LMI will be removed, right? And
Yep.
also, if we have consistent draws, it will come down. Very few people are coming in. In fact, even for CIP, we used to have 400 500 students. Last year, Suresh, we had only 100 students. And this year, I'm not even sure what is going to happen. All the political situation, unfortunately, with Prime Minister Trudeau accusing PM Modi of this extra government killings, the job market, and also changes to the spouse open work permit, it's become so. If you are here, the chances are pretty high that the CRS will go down.
Okay. And your suggestion would be to go by the law and include her in my profile.
By the law, unless you have a personal situation where your family, wife doesn't want to come to Canada, then you could explain if you have a valid reason, right? For example, you have a child, your wife wants to be in India and wants to stay with her parents, and you guys, sometimes they have some priorities, and also, your wife doesn't like Canada. She doesn't want to come here at this time. So, like, right, if you have such valid reasons which can be justified, then you can, right? As long as you're able to justify, and this is a valid reason, genuine reason, you could definitely, this is for the benefit of people who have genuine uh, reasons not to indicate a non-accompanying.
Okay. So even though, like, let's say now I put married and not accompanying, I should still give an explanation, right? Why she's not accompanying with me.
It has to be when you're submitting the application, IRCC will not request all this, but again, you might, just in case, just as this happened with this applicant, IRCC might later on send you a procedural fairness letter to explain why you did not, even though you're married, you did not include. Especially the risk is much higher for applicants, for candidates who are already here in Canada and have their spouses in Canada,
Oh, okay. Okay.
right? Your spouses are overseas. And again, it is all your family, your personal circumstances, why you have made this decision as non accompanied. But it should not be only for the benefit of getting higher CRs.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Or Suresh, I know you've been here for long. I talked to you many times, right, Suresh?
Yeah, I talked to you, sir. Like, I thought of taking the services, but I'm in a dilemma whether to include her or, like, I thought of hearing it from you. So what to do? So in case.
Yeah. These are tough, by law, only if you have a valid reason, you can.
Okay, actually, I'm going to complete my 2 years within a month. So in that case, even if I include her, I'm going to meet 500 points again. But that would at least lower me like 10 to 15 points. Like, if I don't include her, my score would go to 515.
Mhm.
But if
But
I
again,
include,
it's your personal circumstances. I said, if you have valid reasons why your wife doesn't want to accompany you at this time, it's your choice to proceed.
okay, now let's say if I get my ITA, I can still include her in the ITA process or PR process, right? If let's say now I say not accompanying, and after I get my ITA, if I
Yes, you
include.
can add your spouse anytime. We actually have a clarification from IRCC. One of my colleagues shared this information, and we can go. You can. So you can add your spouse later, and as long as the points do not fall down below the below the CRS of the draw, your wife can still be added.
Oh, okay. So even after receiving the ITA, if I add her, and if my points fall down below the score level, so that will not be considered.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Thanks for the clarification.
Okay, Suresh. So good
Yep,
luck
thank
and
you.
keep us posted. Let me know.
Yep, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Yeah. Uh, yeah, Sergey.
Добрый день.
Добрый день, Сергей. Як вы?
Спасибо, нормально. Как у вас дела?
Все хорошо, Сергей. Чем я могу вам помочь?
Да, так как я ищу новую работу, я бы хотел узнать, какие требования к работодателю и job offer, чтобы это все потом подходило для иммиграции и для PR.
Кем вы работали, Сергей?
IT.
Вы работали IT, да?
Да, и
Понятно, да.
продолжаю, да. Ну, у меня...
И вы уже нашли работу сейчас? Вы писали, что вы...
Нет. Да, я в Канаде уже проработал 6 месяцев,
Мгм.
потом случился лей-офф, и сейчас ищу нового работодателя.
Понятно, да. Вы знаете, да, правительство Канады продлили уже по Кувету виза еще дальше продлили, как раз вчера или позавчера, в пятницу, по-моему, была информация про это. Для тех, кто находится уже в Канаде. Да. А по поводу, вот у нас в Канаде, да, если вы понимаете, да, Express Entry есть и Provincial Nomination Program есть.
Мгм.
Express Entry балловая система, вы знаете уже по возрасту, по опыту работы, по образованию, знанию английского языка и дополнительные баллы, если у вас есть родственники тут в Канаде. Right? Сколько вам лет?
36 будет скоро.
36. Вам будет тяжело э, в вам будет тяжело в этом по Express Entry, и, скорее всего, вам надо будет посмотреть про программу Provincial Nomination Program. Я сейчас как раз могу вам показать. Если вы пройдете по этой странице, OANP, это программа Ontario Provincial Nomination Program. И тут есть два пути. Да? Первый это называется Первый это non-express entry stream, or this is called, let me switch to English so that other people can also understand if you don't mind. So the ONP has two pathways. One is the non-express entry stream. It has nothing to do with the express entry. It is a completely different process. They have a different application process. They have a different point-based system. They also have a different PR, non-express entry PR portal. So if you have an employer here in Canada willing to provide the employment letter, you can go through the foreign worker stream. International students can go through the international student stream. So in your case, because you are here on the Kuwait visa for Ukrainians, the open work permit program, you can go through this program. Or if we have tech draws, this is an express entry stream, which is called the human capital priorities. So these are the two parts what you can look into. You can also look into the Alberta Tech Pathway. If you are able to get a job in Alberta or BC, they also have good IT Tech Pathway programs. But unfortunately, IRCC has limited the number of allocations this year for the provincial nomination, but you can definitely look into it. So the first program, Sergey, this is the first program. This is a non-express entry stream. It has a completely different point-based system and application process. So what are the requirements here? Right? If you send me a WhatsApp message, I'll send you a quick summary of all this. So the first requirement for the job is it should be a full-time permanent position. And the occupation, it should be in tier 0, 1, 2, 3. Your salary should be median wage. It should not be low wage. It should be median wage. And the position employer should be able to demonstrate that the position is necessary for the business. And the work should be based in Ontario. So these are the requirements for the job. Send me a WhatsApp message. I'll send you a quick summary of all it. I have this note for all these programs. So applicant requirements. What are the requirements for an applicant? One, expression of interest. Okay. So you just like express entry here in the non-express entry Ontario, you will have to submit your expression of interest. You have to be in the pool. You should be legally authorized to work. And also there is a work experience requirement. So to meet what the requirement is that you should have at least 2 years of work experience as the same job in in your job offer, right? So if you have a job as a software developer in Ontario, you should have prior 2 years of work experience in the last 5 years. So what is your job title, Sergey?
Senior software engineer.
So it's the same now. So software engineer, previously you worked as a senior software engineer as well, right?
Correct.
Right. So it should be fine. And your bachelor's degree from Ukraine is senior software engineer, is computer science.
Applied mathematics.
Applied mathematics. Remember, there are two NOC categories. One is a software developer and there is a software engineer. So software engineer, when you have a bachelor's in computer science related to IT, then you can use the NOC code as software engineer. If you do not have bachelor's in computer science or any IT degree, then you go with the software developer NOC code. Okay. Well, I'll explain you offline on that. That is very critical as well. So the requirement is work experience. Some jobs require valid work experience license. It doesn't apply to you. And intention to live in Ontario. You should have an intention to live in Ontario. You should have a legal status, right? So what are the requirements for the employer? So this is the most critical part for you, Sergey. One, the company should have been an active business for at least 3 years. Okay, your employer. Second, revenue requirements. The company, if it is in GTA, the company should be at least $1 million revenue. If it is outside of GTA, it should be $500,000 revenue. Okay, full-time employment, right? The requirement for the number of people working. So if it is in GTA, the company should have at least 5 full-time employees who are Canadians or permanent residents. And if it is outside of GTA, they should have at least three full-time employees who are Canadians or permanent residents. And the employer should ensure that they have made necessary effort. The most difficult part is this form. So employer will have to complete this application for approval of an employment position or called the employer form. It's a very simple form. IRCC wants to understand when the company business was registered. Is it legally? What is the legal address? What is the revenue? There are different, employer just has to tick. Is it 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 or 1 million? Okay. And the number of people who are working there who are Canadians or permanent residents. Very simple. And then you also have the scoring factor. Right? So send me a message. I'll give you the notes and links to this program. Very important again from a job, it should be full-time permanent position. And your salary, this is the most critical part. So I explained you that the salary should be median wage, right, Sergey? Что значит median wage? Вот median wage, если вы зайдете, тут как раз job bank. Да, если мы смотрим, if we see the salary of software designer or software developer, you are in Kitchener-Waterloo, right, Sergey?
Right.
Right. So if you go to this Ontario in Kitchener-Waterloo area, the average salary is 48.08. Okay. So here, if you look into 48.0 per year, the salary will be, you should have a salary of 92,506 to be eligible. So the two requirements, one is full-time permanent position, second, median average salary and work experience. You should have 2 years of work experience, prior work experience.
Work experience in Canada or
it doesn't matter anywhere. It can be in Ukraine as long as you're able to provide the reference letters and proof of your salary, everything. So it can be anywhere. It can be in Canada or it can be outside.
Okay, during the past 5 years.
Yes. Okay. Let me connect you with Alex from our team. Send me a WhatsApp message. I'll give you these details. We have Alex in my team who is also, he's a Canadian, but of Ukrainian origin. He's been with me for many years. I'll connect you with Alex. And if you need any assistance, he'll be happy to help you.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah.
And just a little question. So this program is It's not like express entry, so points
It is a
are.
completely, yeah, there is a different point-based system. I'll send you all this detail. So if you see these invitations, I'll show you. So under this program, this was a big program last year. So this is the page where all the draws are indicated. So last year, under this stream, the employer job offer foreign worker stream, 6,695 invitations were issued. Ontario has the largest allocation. Last year, Ontario had an allocation of 21,500. We this year we have a 50% reduction, but still we are looking forward to about 10,000. Ontario has still not announced the allocations it received for 2025, but we are looking at 10,000. And I'm hoping that moving forward, it's very difficult for provinces to sustain with these numbers. If the new government comes in, even though Pierre Poilievre said that he would decrease. There is a situation if provinces are struggling, they might increase this allocation. So if you see last year under the employed foreign worker stream, there are general draws and also tech draws. So for tech draw, the score was just 40. The general draw is always higher because it has different, all the professions. So there were two tech draws, I believe. This was one tech draw. There was a general draw, and then there is another. Unfortunately, or yeah, economic other priority occupation. So there's only one draw. Yeah, in the international student stream, there were two draws. So there is only one general draw and one foreign worker stream. Okay.
Are points counted just for a single person or for a spouse as well?
No, it has nothing to do with spouse here. It is not express entry.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much.
Okay. So it's very simple how you do it. If you're looking at the points here, Sergey, let me just show you. Let's go back to the page here, right? So you are getting points based on your knock code, right? So here for your knock code, let's say, your so so the first digit is the broad occupational category, and the second digit is the tier code. Okay. So if you come here, you're looking at, right, points where based on tier one. So tier one, you're getting 10 points. Broad occupational category two, you're getting 10 points, 20 points. If your salary is $40, which is required, then you're getting 30 points here, 10 points, 30. Then you have a valid work permit. So you already have 40 points here. And if you're working with this employer for 6 months, you get another 3 points. If you had your previous salary was more than 40K, you'll get another 3 points. If you have CLB, your English is good, CLB 8, it easy for you. So if you have an employer willing to support you for this program, Sergey, right, just with the employer form, and you're easily your score will be 60 plus. So you would get your PR 100% under this program. It's only an employer who should give you this, and salaries for senior software developers are pretty much okay. They're higher than the median wage, so it should be fine.
But employer should fill in the form for me.
Just the form, that's it.
And is there any requirements to have physical premises in Ontario, like office or something like that?
It has to be an Ontario registered business.
Just registered, or should it have an office, like premises?
General rule is good to have an office, but again, see, for CIP, we used to have an office, but again, we are a virtual platform. We don't have an office anymore because my staff didn't want to go to the office. We had an office for many years and then we closed it because no, everybody is coming to the Zoom. We are a virtual platform. Staff are not going. So pretty much, yes.
Okay. So just the registration is enough.
Yeah. But it's good in your situation for Ontario PNP. Remember, all these big IT companies, if it's a big company, they definitely have an office. They are registered in Ontario, they have an office. So you will definitely see that. Very small companies might not have offices, but general rule, most IT, they have a high revenue and they have offices.
Thank you.
Okay. Sure, Sergey. Yeah, nice talking to you and take care. Okay. Send me a WhatsApp message. I'll send you all the details and I'll also connect you with Alex.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You're welcome, and good luck with your job. Yes.
Thanks.
Jaskirat has been waiting, guys. So kindly request all the people who have joined the Zoom meeting to post a short message, your name, your city you are from, and I will follow the order of the messages posted. Okay. Jaskirat, this is our Jaskirat.
Hi, sir. Yeah.
Good morning, long time, Jaskirat. How are you?
Good morning, sir. I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay with you. All good. So Jaskirat was one of our CIP students, and she also worked with us in India while she was there, and she's now working as a pharmacy assistant. All good with your job,
Yes,
Jaskirat?
sir. All good. All good.
Good. What is
So,
your CRS, Betty? You completed your work experience 1 year हुआ कि नहीं अभी तक?
so I started full time in April, so I'll be completing it in like beginning of
That's
April.
good. So you are
Yeah.
under the healthcare draw and should be pretty much good to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. So I just wanted to know what the process is. I have already given my IELTS. I'm waiting for the results. So I just
Sure.
wanted to get on the started on the process
Sure,
and
we can let me connect you with Shivani Betty and we can take it forward from there. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Shivani, can you take Jaskirat to the breakout room? She's our CIP student and she worked for us. So please go ahead and let's get it done.
Okay. How are you, sir? How are things?
All good. Going through some health issues at home with me, but all good. In general, that should going on.
Hope everything
Okay.
is fine. What happened?
Sure. Come over sometime. It's been long due. You haven't met any of the team here.
Yeah, I
Okay.
would like to definitely.
Sure. Come over, Betty. ठीक है?
Okay, sir.
चलो फिर. Take care. Shivani, take care of Jaskirat.
Sure, sir.
Okay. And Jamin is here. Jamin, sorry to keep you waiting. Jamin, I checked your letter. It is good to go. Please go ahead and submit. Jamin, let me unmute you just in case if you have any questions.
Hello, sir. Thank you for unmuting. You said you checked my letter. Everything's good?
I checked it and I just couldn't get back yesterday, but I did check it. You covered all the 3 points you clearly mentioned. All good. So fingers crossed. Go ahead and submit the
And
letter.
this format, like the format that I've drafted is like the overall explanation attached by my boss's signature and then the letter from the PEO. So like combine all three in one document to submit. Yes?
Yes, it is all good. Please make sure that you go to the MP office and get a recommendation from them. At least they can follow up with all the information before you get, because you have an intent of refusal
Yeah.
for not having the PNG license registration. So please go to the MP office
I have
beforehand, explain them the situation, show them the evidence that it is not required, and ask them to reach out to the ONP office, processing
Okay.
office.
Thank you, sir. Oh, so I don't want the MP office to write me an email. I want the MP office to reach out to OIMP directly.
Yes, they can actually reach out. So it is the MPP. This is the Ontario
MPP.
Provincial Program. You will have to reach out to your member of provincial parliament, the Ontario Parliament.
Okay.
Okay,
So
not the
MPP.
IRCC, not the Ottawa Parliament.
Okay. And I have another question, sir. It's about the spousal sponsorship. On our conversation on Saturday, you said that I should file the tax this year as a common law partner with my girlfriend.
Yes, if
But
you're living together, you could definitely do that.
but we haven't. I looked up on CRA website. It says you can only file as common law if you
1
live
year.
together for 12 months. But we've only been
1
living
year.
together.
You're not living together?
We're living together for 6 months only so far.
Only
Sir.
6 months. So 1 year. Common law will only be considered if you are living together for 12 months, 1 year.
So if I'm filing my taxes in 2 weeks, we're only living together for 6.5 months. So I should not file as
You
common
should
law.
not, it will not be considered as common law.
So I should file as single person, yeah? But in that case, if I have all the other documents such as rent, driver's
We
license,
can go ahead and give
house
it.
insurance. Okay,
Let
sir.
me check in with my accountant as well on that.
Okay. In that case, I'll submit and I'll join the morning call in a couple of days.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Let's wait for the decision. I'm seriously hoping that it should get through
I
joining,
Yeah, me too, me too. If it does, I
might
owe
not
you a
even
big thank
require
you.
the spousal sponsorship. So let's fingers crossed. Let's take it forward. Okay.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah. And sorry, I know there are many people out there, but just quickly, I see Sajid here, Sajid's spouse. Biddy, any update from IRCC?
Hello.
Yes, Sajid.
Yeah. Actually, I'm Indian. I'm working in Saudi Arabia. I
Okay,
have
we had
seen some
another
news
client
like
who
for
had a
teachers.
procedural fairness letter, Sajid, and what they did was they did not
Sorry.
indicate that they were married. Is it you or it's not you, right?
No. I'm attending this meeting for the first time with you.
Is it? Okay, sorry. Yeah, please go ahead, Sajid.
So I heard a news like there are now new streams for teachers who can directly apply for PR.
I just started that
So just
meeting with
wanted to.
that. So did you just join or you were at the beginning of the session when I started?
No, just now, John, because
Is it?
I
So
was in
what
the.
happens is I just explained, if you can go through the live video later, I'll explain you in brief, Sajid. See, so how does the point-based system work, Sajid? Basically, it is age, education, work experience, language ability. So yes, Canada started a new category, education category.
Yeah.
Okay, and in this education category, IRCC has created a health and social services and science, technology, trade, and this is the new category. Yahan pe you will see this elementary, secondary school teachers, instructors, persons with liabilities, early childhood educators and assistants, elementary schools teachers in kindergarten. So this is all IRCC is looking at. Yeah, just give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sajid, so as per last week's announcement, a new category has been added, elementary school teachers, all this. In theory, yes, but again, remember what Canada has targets, specific targets. So how, if you're looking at the CRS course, I already see a lot of agencies in India and Saudi who are not even licensed immigration consultants. They are already advertising this program and saying that you can get direct PR. In theory, it is yes. However, remember, you're competing with people already who are in Canada. There are many international graduates who have Canadian education. So Canadian education gives additional points. So a diploma will give 15 points, and a 3-year diploma and a master's will give 30 points. So if your spouse is in Saudi or in India or overseas, she is already losing on that point. Second, people who are in Canada, they are on postgraduate work permit or spouse open work permit. So when they work in Canada as in these 5 occupations, they will get additional points. So for if your spouse is under 30 and she's able to score very high in English, then you have a chance of reaching the 470 to 480 threshold, and you might have a chance of getting direct PR. So, how old is your wife?
Yeah. My wife is 36.
36. So, you're already losing points.
Yeah. Okay. The thing is, me and my wife both are like teachers.
So, we can give it a try, Sajid. Definitely give it a try. It's worth, we don't really know how big the draw will be, but again, just to make sure you're not disappointed, because there are so many, this agencies, Dopalin Sub Abhilash or Z Axis and all this who are already getting money and signing up people saying that you have direct PR, but in reality, they might be disappointed. The scores will be very high. It is only just
Mhm.
like, one or two draws a year.
Mhm.
For example, see, Urvashi
Okay.
ji is here. She is one of our clients. She has already studied in Canada masters. She's working as an educator, right? So
Mhm.
it's difficult to compete with people who are already here in Canada.
Mhm.
But definitely give it a try. Let me connect you with Shivani from our team. If you need our assistance, we'll be happy to help you with the process. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Shivani, can you take Sajid to the breakout room?
Okay, so
Yeah. So kindly request all the people who have joined the Zoom to post a short message. And I will, yeah, Yashi is here. Yashi has been waiting for some time. Yashi is here.
hello.
Yeah, Yashi. Good
Hello,
morning,
sir.
Yashi.
Good
Yeah.
morning. Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you, Betty. So the
Yeah.
discussions for PR, Betty, this is an extensive discussion. This is not for the QA session.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, we have people who send an email, set up a one-to-one consultation. It will
Yes.
help us understand what is your profile, which pathways will help you. But in
Yeah.
general, right, just to have a quick recap, one is
Mm-hmm.
the express entry. Express entry is a good option if you're under 30. You have good
Sir,
English skills. Yeah.
sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to give you a like little brief about me, and then
It's difficult, Betty. This we will do that in a one-to-one session. I just
oh,
want
I
to give
see.
a bit understanding for you to,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for you to understand. So if your English is very good, you're under 30, you have
Yeah.
foreign work experience and Canadian work experience, you will reach the 500 plus points. That
Makes
will take
sense.
you to the express entry.
Hmm.
If you, unfortunately, if you are a fresher without work experience, you are an adult student 30 plus and you're losing points, then it will be difficult under the express entry. So in that cases, you will have to look at the provincial nomination programs or the regional pilot programs or the
Okay.
PNP or the Atlantic immigration. So what is your
Makes
age,
sense.
Betty?
I'm 31.
You're 31. That's still okay. And did you have foreign work experience?
Yes, I do have 5 years of experience as a college professor.
That is very good.
So actually, I taught diploma students in India, which is equivalent to higher secondary, like 10 plus 2. So my question is, can I be eligible for this teacher thing? Because they specifically focus on higher secondary.
Right. So
Uh,
here, secondary school teachers. So
yes,
if you are in the secondary school, right? So diploma is generally you can equate it if you're teaching 11th and 12th, right? The kids who
yes.
are after grade 12, because there is a different knockout for college.
Yeah, exactly. That's what my question is
Yes,
mainly
that is
because am
where
I
going to be an
eligible?
issue because if your reference letter states that it is a college, vocational college,
Mm-hmm.
right? Diploma generally is a vocational education, Yashin.
Yes,
So if because it is a vocational education college, you probably will be under the knock and it's not a school. So
makes sense.
it wouldn't really match.
Oh, I see. Uh, okay. So it's like my work, like my study is being completed in this August, and then I have work permit till like this study permit is my till December 2025. So for my husband's also here, and he also has 1 year of experience here in Canada. But I'm just curious if the rule changes and we somehow don't get the SOWP, then it would be better if we can just start PR right now.
Makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, send an email to info@cipimmigration.com.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
We will have a one-to-one session and
Yeah,
I'll delegate you a team manager, a case manager, and we
for
can
sure.
take it forward. I did talk to you previously, right, Yashi?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We,
Like we took your consultancy for my husband's visa here and we got it successfully very soon. So
I'm glad
that's it.
everything worked out. So
Yeah.
all
Thank you
good.
so much,
So
sir.
we'll take
Yeah.
it forward. Okay.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Let me see if I can. Shivani is in the breakout room, but yeah, I'll have Shivani send you a message. Do you have
Sure.
Shivani's number? Yes.
No, sir.
Send an email and she will connect with you. This is Shivani's number. Okay.
For sure. Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay. Sorry. So let me just go with. Sorry, there's some of the people were our CIP clients, so had to fast track them. Here, I see. Akhil is here. Sorry, Akhil, I just saw your message. Akhil, uh, Akhila is here. Sunil, who is here from CIP team. Jyoti, can you take Akhil to the breakout room and have Akhila connect with him? Jyoti? Yeah, just give me a second. Let me just see who is in the breakout room. Jyoti, madam, can you talk? Sunil or anybody from CIP team here? Rahul?
So should I call Jyoti now?
So just take Akhil, let me just put you to Shivani's room, Akhila's madam's room. Okay. Yeah, let me just move you to Akhila madam's room and take it forward from there. Just give me a second. Yes. So we are a virtual platform. We have team working here 24 hours a day. And anytime you have issues, guys, just come over here and we'll take it forward. So Akhila madam, Akhil Billy for Akhila madam. Okay, I put you to Akhila madam. Guys, let me just stop the live and then we can continue with our discussions. So yeah, so I'm stopping the live now, so we can go ahead. But again, if you are a prospective client planning to apply for your study or for immigration, please reach out. Zoom link in the description below. And we are working 24 hours a day from Monday to Saturday.